trust me, I can challenge sitting here. Samay, Raina will be back, and we'll be back with more stronger things. Uh, you can stop one show, but you cannot stop the person. You cannot stop his energy. You cannot stop his comic timing. So he'll continue. So I believe you need to take stand for yourself. If you can't take stand for yourself, there'll be 10 people who want to stamp on you, bring you down. But if you take stand once, like nobody else will dare to bring you down again. Living in Japan, I understand the value of time. So I used to reach my shift at 6:45, quarter to 7, and my juniors and my seniors both, they reach late. All I used to do was look at their face and do this L. So that's L doesn't say anything else, but it's a late. And then I started saying, "Tum 3 दिन late आओगे, I will cut a day's salary." So there again, I was like a Hitler, and there were times when I used to pick up my bag exactly when my shift gets over. 1 day, 2 day, third day, the manager comes and says, "तू क्या government employee है क्या?" I did not get that sarcasm first, but then I asked him, "Sir, क्यों?" He said, "नहीं तो एकदम time पे bag उठा के चले जाता है." So for that, I just had a same answer. I come on time. Nobody comes on time here. If I come on time, I deserve to go on time. If I actually had to give one advice to someone, I would rather say learn to say a no. Two, do not work for free. You're not supposed to give any free demos to anyone. So we are not here as free labor. Even as a creator, I would strictly say do not take up a collaboration where you're not getting paid.
Yes.
So this is a mistake where we either we trust people easily, or just because we can't say a no. Like say you ask me something, Rajveer, will you do this for me? अंदर दिल में वो ना चल रहा है, नहीं करना है. But just that I don't want to be a guy like who's like a bad guy. यार ये कर सकता था but इसने मेरा help नहीं किया. But now I feel I am happy saying a no. Very soon I'll be coming up with a project which is Rajveer Luxury India Drive,
right,
where I'll be doing an India tour with Lalit Group and with a very premium car brand. So which will be a 10,500 kilometer drive. So I will be the first creator to set a record to tour the entire chain of a 5-star hotel and stay in all the properties in India. Content hai, it's just you need to understand कि this will look good on my feed or no. If it doesn't look good on my Instagram, I tweak it and put it on my YouTube. If it doesn't good look on my YouTube, I will put it on Facebook. But if I feel कि उसमें कुछ है, I will upload it.
Hi everyone, this is Vivek Srivastav. Welcome to my channel. And today we have for you a very special guest episode. We have Mr. Rajveer Singh with us, and he has 1.7 million followers on his Instagram. He is a top 100 BOI certified content creator. He has won 14 prestigious awards in the area of content creation, and he has worked with big brands like Samsung, Canon, and Nvidia. So thank you, Rajveer, for joining us. I'm sure with a background like that, we're going to have a very fun and interesting podcast.
Thank you, Vivek, for having me here. Jai Shri Krishna, everyone.
I think not too many people know you have double MBA in marketing. So how did you go from some double MBA in marketing to being one of the top content creators?
So for me, marketing has always been fun. I mean, I always say, cut me and I bleed marketing. That's the love for marketing which I always had. I mean, when it comes to study, I was a very average student, and average, when I say average, I really mean it. 35 in all subjects, that's what I wanted, that's what I aimed, and that's what I got. So, usse zyada, like, I never understood padhai. So for me, going abroad was a typical Punjabi thing, student visa and go there and work. But then when I started doing my MBA, I loved the way marketing was taught to us. So I was fortunate enough to get a seminar from Sir Philip Kotler also. He's also known as the god of marketing.
Yes, he's the
top.
So,
I mean, when you get a seminar from Sir Philip Kotler, the life is actually different.
Yes.
So that's where the love for marketing started. Then I did my second marketing again. I wanted to go explore Japan. Again, I took a student visa, went to Japan, did a MBA in marketing again.
Oh, you did it in Japan.
Yeah,
Right.
once first I did it in London,
Right.
Ealing Hammersmith West London College. The second one I did it in Japan.
Wonderful, wonderful. And did they teach the MBA in Japan in English or Japanese?
So basically, the Japanese language was one of the subject apart from the business management we did.
Yeah.
So yes, now I can say I am almost fluent in Japanese, but this almost was always there.
Right. No, that's great. That you actually do your content creation in different languages too, multiple languages, and we'll get to that later. But so that's great. So, what was your first step in content creation? How come you got into that as opposed to regular marketing? Like,
So for me, like I said, marketing is love. But yes, there was someone in my life where like I did marketing for that person. I thought, okay, like it's okay. I would want to promote someone. I wanted to see her shine in life. So I slowly, gradually made her videos. I made her content. It was fun. But then when we not together, I said let me try it for myself. यार दूसरों के लिए तो कर लिया. एक shot अपने लिए करके देखते हैं. So it was very challenging coming on the other side of the camera, facing the camera.
yeah,
I mean, getting into marketing, making strategies behind the camera is very easy. But trust me, it's not an easy job actually facing the camera. So hats off to all the creators, all the creator friends, fans, and families. So we really understand the pain sitting this side of the camera.
yeah, definitely. Myself, starting with a podcast, I have to say my first videos, I cringe when I watch them now. It's like, oh God, I
But
was so bad.
cringe works. Trust me. I mean, you know, recently there's everything. People are there who want to watch cringe. This content doesn't work.
Right.
I mean, we keep on struggling for views, likes, but you put anything cringe,
Yeah.
so it's
It
in
was
millions.
okay. So wonderful. So you started by helping out someone in your life, then you decided to try it yourself. But then now you have 1.7 million followers. So tell us about a time that was pivotal. Ki this happened, you put this post or you did this reel and it went viral and you kind of exploded. Did something like that happen or
I mean everything. I mean, some people say, yaar, followers are fake. Some people say bots, whatever. But yes, I give a lot of credits to my birthday party.
Okay.
So it was just a gesture. Like I invited a lot of my favorite content creators. So I had my birthday party, and so what I did was I just in my guest list were some 40 odd creators and some really good creators from Mumbai. So everybody posted a reel. Rather being honest, I made them post a reel. कि पार्टी अच्छी हो रही है, you enjoying at a 4-star 5-star property, यार reel तो बनाओ.
So you made them do it on the spot only?
No, not on the spot, but I took a cameraman, I made him take the shots,
Achha.
and we sent the data to everybody. So now everybody, rather than taking a shot at the party, they were relaxing. So my cameraman is taking the shots. In the end, we have a lot of data, and we send it to everybody so they could make reels.
Achha.
So obviously, when 40 popular creators are making reels, it would definitely give me some fame. And then yes, I believe controversy is something which Rajveer जहाँ controversy वहाँ होता ही होता है.
Okay.
So you can't keep me away from controversies. So I have bit fights in some WhatsApp group, in some content creators communities. So again, for whatever reason, if people are talking about me, I'm happy.
Okay. But controversy can be a problem also, as we've seen lately with Beer Biceps and Samay, Raina and all that. So, what is your feeling on what's happening with them? I mean, obviously, that what they said, that joke was in bad taste, no question. But do you feel maybe it's too much of an overreaction? What is going on? I can say probably in America this would not have blown up to the level it has here. So we are definitely much more conservative here in India than other countries. And Beer Biceps, he was actually copying a joke that someone in America had made. So I think he was expecting the same level of problems that would happen in America than here. But of course, I think he miscalculated. But what do you think? What's your take on all of that?
I really would like to ask you, do you really believe it's only about content?
So if not content, then what else? Like
I just said, I mean, controversies are something that can attract name, fame, money, power, everything. Samay, Raina, Beer Biceps, Ranveer, Allahabadi, I believe they're at a level, they've got enough fame, enough followers backing them up. So everyone who now criticizes them, they feel कि like मैं भी viral हो जाऊंगा using their fame. It's, I mean, what is good content, what is bad content? A
Right.
girl showing a bit of cleavage or using foul language, using cringe content, that goes viral. But the audience wants it. That is why it's getting viral. Samay Raina is too popular. Ranveer Allahabadi has just got an award from PM Modi ji.
Right.
So what do you think? Like, how many histories does he have? But it's that he's earned that kind of fame. But when you get that kind of fame, when you get that kind of power in life, you also have people who want to take an opportunity to get you down. So I
Right.
would not say that content was wrong. I would not say that what he said is right, wrong. He copied a joke. And if you say, if it was in America, people would not react. People react on a very lame things in America also.
Right.
So it's nothing to do India, America.
No, in America, court case would not be going on. All that sort of thing. It wouldn't have gotten to that legal level. I mean, yes, the sort of within their enemies may have attacked them and that sort of thing, but that level of sort of legal, I think, possibly would probably not have happened.
So how much will it affect Beer Bicep's career? Do you think that one court case, one FIR?
If anything, it'll probably help him, right? Because when he comes back now, he has even more sort of interest.
So he's, I mean, I'm very sure every court case, he'll be backed with media trials. There'll be a lot of media around him.
Right.
So is it getting bad for him, or is it still? I mean, I would see it in a positive way.
Right.
I am okay, guys. It's good for him. I would say any publicity is a good publicity. I don't take it in a negative way because yes, Samay Raina has a good comic timing. He's recently been on KBC. So do you think Amitabh Bachchan as a host or Sony as a channel invite someone who doesn't deserve to be there? I mean, obviously he's earned that kind of fame name for him. So I don't care content is cringe or whatever, but people are loving it. So why not?
But do you think now these brands will start abandoning them, or no?
I would rather feel he'll get more brands.
Achha.
बंद हो गया. I mean, everyone says latent बंद हो गया. But trust me, I can challenge sitting here. Samay Raina will be back, and he'll be back with more stronger things. You can stop one show, but you cannot stop the person. You cannot stop his energy. You cannot stop his comic timing. So he'll continue.
Can you talk about instance of your in your content creation journey where there was a controversy that actually ended up giving you more followers and kind of increasing your image?
So I don't know. I should be saying this or no. Yes, it's been almost a year. I'm not naming the person. Whatever XYZ.
That's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, when I see you, I can definitely visualize that old man. Obviously, I'm not calling you old, but the reason is I just see you as a bald.
Right.
So it's very obvious I see that person.
Okay.
So he's old enough in age. So with due respect, just because of age, we used to say like, ठीक है चलो, age है जाने दो. But then when someone starts manipulating, starts spoiling your image, Rajveer fraud है, Rajveer ये है, Rajveer ऐसा है, up to a certain level we take it.
So he started doing that for no reason.
So he's been in the industry for 15-20 years. And for me, it's just a journey of 2 years. That's all. I mean, as a creator or managing some brands. So initially we got some screenshots. After that, when some brands send me a screenshot that he's spoken shit about you, so that was the time where I lost it. कि like boss, तुमको जो बोलना है बोलो, not to the brands. So you can talk behind my back with the creators. I'm completely okay. You say anything to the creators about me, but definitely not to the brands because I have a reputation to carry. So in the end, when we confronted him, so I'm an admin of Mumbai influencers and Mumbai collaboration groups. So we have more than 90 WhatsApp group with lots of content creators, lot of influencers. So what I had to do is in the end, draft a long message without abusing in the message because obviously I understand this age and things. So publicly I had to confront him. Then everyone was like, "Tu pagal hai kya? He's very powerful. Tu panga le raha hai." I said, I mean, I'm a Punjabi. Punjabis and pangas are work made for each other. It's a match made in heaven.
Okay.
So like all I had to do was he said कि नहीं मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, अरे यार तुझे कोई बात नहीं राजवीर, तू तो भाई है अपना, मेरी उम्र हो गई है, मैं सटिया गया हूँ, मैं माफी मांगता हूँ, सो माफी मांगता हूँ। आई सेड ठीक है, यू डिड इट इन पब्लिक, apologize in public. So when I made him apologize, so that was the day people actually searched कि ये राजवीर कौन है, who's made that guy apologize. I mean, because he was considered to be like a powerful guy at that time. So this incident, I mean, gave me a different kind of thing. But if I would say this to each and everyone, not just the people watching this, but in real life also, I believe you need to take stand for yourself. If you can't take stand for yourself, there'll be 10 people who want to stamp on you, bring you down. But if you take stand once, like nobody else will dare to bring you down again. So I believe taking stand for yourself is very important in today's life, because it's not like I may sound like someone like a Samay Raina again. So there's a difference if we talk about Satyug and Kalyug. So in short, I would just say सत्युग में सिर्फ धनुष के साथ बाण मारते थे, रेस्ट यू गाइस कैन अंडरस्टैंड.
Okay, very nice. No, that's good. You stood up for yourself, and because of that, people took notice. That's perfect. Tell me about your collaborations. What was your first major collaboration? How does someone maybe get into collaboration with people or brands or other companies and all that?
My first major collaboration. So almost after giving up, when you talk about collaborations, initially we've done a lot of work like a free labor barter. कहीं से भी we get two three dishes of food, we go and shoot just because we feel कि like content मिल रहा है. But then slowly gradually we understand that our time is valuable, our creativity is also valuable. Sorry, but I am not putting up my time, my efforts to make your business grow, to make you guys, to help you guys earn money. So I would rather say, when we talk about our major collaborations, initially when we don't have good content, when we don't have a good when we don't have a good camera setup, so I mean I was not someone who could edit good videos. Sitting on this side of the camera, it feels like अरे देख के लगता है अरे यार क्या है, खाली खाना ही तो खाना है और ऐसे ऐसे करना है. This is very easy, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? Trust me, it's not easy.
Right.
You can look here, after eating food, how much I've gained weight. I also know that. We've been going to restaurants almost 2 to 3 times a day. But
Okay.
like I said, initially we did a lot of work without getting paid. अपनी जेब से ट्रैवलिंग का पैसा लगा के, अपना टाइम इन्वेस्ट करके we make a video for a brand, and then we wait के likes आएंगे, views आएंगे, कोई वीडियो चलेगा. So this kept on happening. There was a time where like I said, छोड़ना यार, नहीं करना है. But then on the other side of the point, it's like एक और वीडियो बना के देखते हैं, that एक और बना के देखते हैं.
Yes.
शायद नेक्स्ट वाला वो काम करेगा. So if you give up, I agree, burnout is real, but
Yes.
if you give up, you lose it. You never know, the next one could be the best video you posted.
Just interesting you said that, because many times in this YouTube channel that we are podcasting right now, multiple times I was told ki nahi, end it, stop it, it's a waste of your time, money. But I didn't feel like giving up. What you said, one more video karke. So, and now I feel it's turning a corner. YouTube, first of all, is a tough channel to break into. First of all, it's very, very, like you said earlier, saturated. We were talking prior to the podcast, and it is a challenging one. Even the algorithm is, I think, much more tough to crack also.
So I mean, I would not only blame the algorithm. The more algorithm, like I said, is some people, जितना तुम जानने की कोशिश करोगे, वो उतना तुमसे दूर जाएगा. So it's basically every 2 months, every 3 months, they change the algorithm.
Okay.
We crack out, we figure out इतने बजे पोस्ट करो, 90 मिनट्स के अंदर एंगेजमेंट आना चाहिए, आपके वीडियो पे शेयर्स आने चाहिए, फर्स्ट 90 सेकंड में unknown people who don't follow you, if they like your video or if they share your video, you'll get more traction. We figure out some solutions. What is the use of figuring this out? After 2 months, they have to change it. Now they have come up. Now Instagram has come up with a trial reel feature. So people are trying out the new things. again after when we try to understand this, after 45 days they'll come up with something new. So as a creator, I am least interested and least bothered about the algorithm. I would say good content and consistency is something which I believe.
Right.
But consistency doesn't mean that you overdo.
Yes.
Like I have seen people, they post 3 4 5 pictures, 5 posts in a day, and at the same time, if you ask them, when they don't have data, they are missing out for weeks. So rather than doing 5 posts in one day, if I go to some place and I still do it, like say suppose if I'm doing this podcast with you, we will get some data, we upload it, it goes good, and suppose if I get good results on that, yes, I save it, and after 2 months, after 3 months, I'll definitely make it a point to upload a story or something with the same picture after 2 months. So what happens is, again, the old video which was there, we put up a link, watch the full video here, and add up a link in story. So again, whatever is my past data, I am taking the audience back to my data.
Right.
So they go through my profile again. So old data is also useful.
Yes. Yes. That's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah. I'll also do that in the event that I, because that happens. Sometimes you run to lean patch.
Right.
And I'm not managing. That happened to me a few months back. I didn't have, I wasn't being able to set up these kind of podcasts for whatever reason. The people weren't available. The guests were busy. There's that. But then in my channel, I have a alternate where I do a lessons learned type of thing where I just speak to the camera and I say, do this, don't do that, because I have this experience of doing my startup, so I give them lessons I've learned along the way, so I can fill up the gaps that way also. But yeah, old content can be reused.
So for me, I'll tell you today, when there was a time, my relatives or some people who know me, they were like, अरे ये करता क्या है, पूरा दिन तो ऐसे ही पड़ा रहता है, टीवी देखते रहता है, पूरा दिन फोन पे लगा रहता है. So yes, I just still remember the time. And now the same people, they tell my mom, अरे हमारी राजवीर के साथ एक फोटो करा दो, हमारा भी एक वीडियो करा दो, हमारे फंक्शन में राजवीर को भी लेके आना. That's the same people. I mean,
right.
It's just that like situations change. और आजकल तो रिश्तेदार are changing faster than your clothes. Even before this podcast ends, I am very sure that there will be 2 more people who will be saying, यार राजवीर तो आजकल कितना अच्छा कर रहा है. But there are the same people who said, ये तो पूरा दिन फोन पे लगा रहता है.
You criticized you in the past.
Isn't the same phone which is giving me the name, fame, money and everything? I am still phone पे लगा रहता वाला guy. I am still the same person who's spending most of the time on Instagram.
Right.
So, but how many people actually use YouTube, Instagram wisely rather than scrolling some shit cringe content?
Right.
YouTube is a blessing, I would say, especially for youngsters. Go on YouTube.
Right.
You like video editing, you like graphic design, whatever. Just start searching for courses there.
There's so much learning. I learn from YouTube all the time.
The only thing is, people use this content, people use this platforms only for fun.
Yeah.
They want to have chikni chameli more, not of how to do video editing or how to make a software.
Right.
So that's the point.
On that note, let me ask you this. The different channels, social media networks, you could say, seem to have different categories. For example, LinkedIn, to total business, right?
Yeah.
Then Insta seems to be more entertainment focused rather than any sort of learning focus. I mean, there is some learning there, obviously, but it seems to be more entertainment. And then, of course, YouTube, I would say, is combination of everything almost, but a lot of learning potentially is there. And then Facebook, of course, is for the older generation and kind of, just share family pictures sort of thing almost, or something like that, I would say. Twitter is, of course, for just, there's a joke I've heard, if you want to get abused by strangers online, then you go to Twitter or X. So what do you think of the various channels?
I would say this is your point of view to see a platform.
Huh.
For me, Twitter is purely business.
Okay.
Yes, I recently heard a word, thanks to whoever said this. LinkedIn is the corporate TikTok. So LinkedIn has now started a feature where we can add videos.
Right.
So credits to the guy Nadeem who said in Global Startup Summit, LinkedIn तो corporate TikTok बन गया है.
Okay.
And I somewhere agree. I found LinkedIn was a platform where we get good clienteles, good networking opportunities. We've got the directors, the CEOs of some top brands on LinkedIn working out there. We can make good connections, but the moment they started that video feature, something like an Instagram and a TikTok, people can upload any data. So every platform has a different kind of use. So now it's up to you how you use it or you
Right.
abuse it. So it's up to you. But then, yes, slowly, gradually, like the cringe will take over is something which I fear. Okay, we are not far away from the time where we see kids doing things. There's a content creator Puneet Superstar, if you've ever seen. So, guys, the first time I saw his video, I was like, this guy is really, I mean, alive. I mean, he still is alive. Whatever he does, I cannot imagine that even in my weirdest of dreams. Whatever he does in real life, I mean, you pay me for that, I still say no. I mean, नहीं होगा मतलब नहीं होगा. You tell me यार कच्चा बादाम पे डांस करो, I will not look good dancing on a कच्चा बादाम wearing a bikini यार. So guys, so for me, cringe content is a no.
Right. The American equivalent would be like Jackass, for example.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I mean, obviously, you know, one thing I've learned myself doing this is you gotta do what's natural for you. Like what I'm doing right now is natural for me. I also can't do cringe and all that type of stuff. It won't come naturally to me. So this is, you know, I've been in the corporate world 30 years. So this is what else will I do now?
So now you used to it. You should not give up because corporate guys and 30 years of experience. So you have the you now, I would say, immune to everything.
Really? Yeah.
Surviving in corporate
Yeah.
for 30 years. For me, corporate, I would, if I have to talk about my corporate life,
Please do. Yeah.
all I have done is 2 years of corporate life max. So tops, it's 2 years.
Right.
And before joining this thing, the corporate firm, it's a multinational company where even Shah Rukh Khan is a 26% stakeholder. So we used to go there, and my shift timing was 7 a.m. in the morning. So I always have a habit reaching 10 minutes before. So I will give the credits to Japan, one of the most punctual countries I have lived in.
Absolutely.
So living in Japan, I understand the value of time. So I used to reach my shift at 6:45, quarter to 7, and my juniors and my seniors both, they reach late. All I used to do was look at their face and do this L. So that's L doesn't say anything else, but it's a late. And then I started saying, "Tum 3 दिन late आओगे, I will cut a day's salary." So there again, I was like a Hitler, and there were times when I used to pick up my bag exactly when my shift gets over. 1 day, 2 day, third day, the manager comes and says, "तू क्या government employee है क्या?" I did not get that sarcasm first, but then I asked him, "Sir, क्यों?" He said, "नहीं, तू एकदम time पे bag उठा के चले जाता है." So for that, I just had a same answer. I come on time. Nobody comes on time here. If I come on time, I deserve to go on time. Secondly, I believe I'm capable enough to finish my work on time. I mean, if you know how to finish your work within the time given time, you have a personal life to balance. I have my personal life where I can do some other things. That is my time. I can learn, I can train myself for something well. And yes, I use that time to read some books. Like I said, YouTube pe jao. YouTube is a different world.
Absolutely.
I give a lot of credits to YouTube videos, free YouTube videos, where I learned some marketing tricks. I learned some things which are now helping me after 20 years.
Wonderful. Yeah. And like you said, you know, 30 years of corporate world, you just pretty much see everything.
Yeah.
And even though it was in the US, let me assure you and the viewers, all the stuff that happens, you know, in the corporate world that is negative also happens in US. It's not country. This thing. It happens in all countries. You know, it's.
I have seen that in London. I've seen that in Dubai. I've seen it in Malaysia. So I mean, once we travel, so we blame. It's very easy to blame our country.
Right.
People say India में jobs नहीं है. I would say कि like whoever says jobs नहीं है, how much are you willing to put efforts to take up a job? I mean, what is your qualification? Forget qualifications. Are you even giving your 100% to secure a job? So it's not just that कि इंडिया में jobs नहीं है. Now everybody feels कि मैं businessman बनूंगा, मैं business
Right.
करूंगा, मैं content creator बनूंगा, मैं ये करूंगा. That मैं बनूंगा, मैं करूंगा, मैं पैसा कमाऊंगा is all the like the Gen Z kids.
Right.
For them, they don't want to take up a job.
Right. It's a trend now. And
So
yeah.
I will still feel, or maybe I'm too old now. When I see some people, they say at 19 they want to be an entrepreneur, which is obviously a good thing.
Fine. Yeah.
But at least give a couple of years to learn something, have some experience. But at 17, 18, 19, you're talking about being an entrepreneur. You cannot come out of the just college and say कि मैं भाई कल से मैं ही अंबानी हूँ. So
Right.
that doesn't work.
After this much experience, I did my first startup, which I'm still in the middle of, and there's so much I didn't know
Yeah.
about the startup world. So many mistakes I made, and after this much experience, and I thought I'd be okay because I had so much experience, right? But so many things went wrong, and so much, So yeah, I mean, at the age of 18, 19, I mean, it will be disastrous, I think.
I don't think so. It's a crime doing mistakes. We still do mistakes,
Right.
but those mistakes we need to learn from your mistakes is
Right.
more important thing. Yes, even we've made mistakes, we've failed. Again, we did the same mistake, but the bigger mistake is repeating the same mistake again and
Absolutely.
again and again. So, like now, if you ask me one mistake which I still do, there are times where we trust people very easily. If I actually had to give one advice to someone, I would rather say learn to say a no. Two, do not work for free. I mean, you're not supposed to give any free demos to anyone. So we are not here as free laborers. Even as a creator, I would strictly say do not take up a collaboration where you're not getting paid.
Yes.
So this is a mistake where either we trust people easily, or just because we can't say a no. Like say you ask me something, Rajveer, will you do this for me? अंदर दिल में वो ना चल रहा है, नहीं करना है. But just that I don't want to be a guy like who's like a bad guy. यार ये कर सकता था but इसने मेरा help नहीं किया. But now I feel I am happy saying a no.